Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Woman Crush Wednesday interview. My name is Rachel Fuller. I'm product manager and one of the founders here at Tate Zoey. And as you may or may not know, we launched a brand new product collection this past week called our Sunny Days Gift Fix. And as part of that gift fix, we have a new gifted artist named Kelly Shatat. Kelly is the creative genius behind the jewelry brand Moon and Lola, and she's designed a line of jewelry that is so fun and vibrant, exclusively for Tate and Zoey. And tonight, I get the pleasure of interviewing Kelly. So, hey, Kelly.
Hey, Rachel. So
How
glad
are
to be
you?
here. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited to get to talk to you this evening. Let's kick it off by can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from? Where did you grow up? And where are you living now?
Okay, so my name is Kelly Shatat, and if you can't tell by this accent, I am a Southern girl, born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina. And we have a lot of people who've moved here, so I always think I'm like the last person who was actually born here and still here. But I have a studio, and I have always lived in the Raleigh area. But my studio and my store are in downtown Apex, which is a tiny suburb of Raleigh. And I always say it's like Raleigh's best kept secret because it's like Mayberry. So Raleigh, we're a little more urban and everything, but in downtown Apex, you got the ice cream store, you got the police all about town, but they're waving at you, and so it's a little cute downtown area, very, very friendly. And our studio is like an open air studio. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but I could flash y'all with it. But it gives you a little New York vibe, like you're working in a studio in New York, I think.
I love it. I love it. That's so cool.
Thank you.
But now you started your career as a pharmacist, but
Yeah.
that kind of left you with this creative void in your life.
Yeah.
So of all of the things that you could have chosen as a creative outlet, how did you land on designing jewelry?
Well, I will tell you that I'm sorry I didn't turn my phone off.
Okay.
I will tell you that I speak. We have a teen board now with high school students, and just trying to give girls a voice and to learn how to be business people, and also to teach them that they can have a career in fashion or design, but they don't have to move to New York City to do it. But I will tell you what I tell them is I think I just didn't really know myself. And I think that there's a lot of things. I was just looking at y'all have the Enneagram cups and things, and all my friends were really into the Enneagram. And I think nowadays self-learning is a much larger part of people's life than maybe when I was younger, and really getting to know yourself. And I think that I just really didn't know myself very much at all. And so, but I think I am a person who uses the left side of their brain and the right side of their brain. So I think that, I have the math and science, and I like business, but I also love to be creative. But being creative is way more fun. I love working with colors and seeing how colors interact with each other. And it just kind of happened. It was a natural progression. I tell people I was crafting like every other, this was pre-Etsy, but like every other Etsy person has just, decide they're going to make something and put it online. That was kind of what I did before Etsy existed.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, it's a good thing that that you did jewelry, because look where it's gotten you. Look at you now.
Yeah. And you asked why I did jewelry, and I will tell you, I did jewelry because I could figure it out. At that time, there were a lot of bead stores and things like that. But I tell people, like, if I could have whipped some leather together, I love a handbag. So I have designed a acrylic handbag before, but I would have probably done handbags or shoes or whatever. But we've dabbled in a little bit of things, but jewelry was just something that I could figure out a little bit easier. So that's why jewelry happened.
Cool.
Sorry.
Well, you've gotten to be featured in some pretty cool things like Lucky Magazine. You've been on Oprah's Favorite Things twice, and the Today Show.
Good Morning America.
Good Morning America.
Yeah.
So those are such surreal experiences. What did that feel like?
Yeah, I think that, you're always, I'm a, um, some people on social media today have talked a little bit about Tara, one of the founders of Tate and Zoey, and I relationship, and I think we're both achievers. So I think I was always chasing the next achievement. That to look back, I don't know if I enjoyed them as much as I should have, because I was just really like, just always chasing the next thing.
Yeah.
But they were very exciting. And I tell people, like, especially the first time we were on Oprah's Favorite Things, it made the community and my family and people from high school came out of the woodworks. It made others so happy that it made me happy. And it was happy and scary, and you're always scared you're gonna, like, did I bite off more than I could chew? And you work through it and things like that. But yeah, I've definitely been blessed, and I've been blessed multiple times, and I'm very grateful for all those moments, because I had a very successful person tell me not so long ago that you've got to really enjoy the moments. And that's actually one of the things I really like about Tate and Zoey, is I think y'all are a celebrate the moments and friendship kind of company and things like that. And I think that that's what you can do with your friends with lines and products like this. You can just kind of, when somebody gets the new job or something goes great in their life, you can send them a little happy and be excited for them and enjoy their achievements as well as your own. So kind of it was more exciting to see how other people felt about Moon and Lola's achievements, even more than myself.
Yeah. And how cool is it that you now have like a team of other women working for you that you get to bring along on the journey?
Yeah, that's what I say is my greatest achievement, and the thing that I feel the best about is giving jobs. And I'll tell you now, during this time, more than ever, because unemployment's the highest it's ever been, and everything is so tough out there. It's really, really satisfying to know when you can give somebody a job, but it's a day-to-day moment. And I was just telling some people in my store today that not just Moon and Lola, but if you love anything out there, support it. Don't just visit it, buy something from it, because that's how they keep alive, and that's how they keep giving the jobs and things like that. So, yeah.
I love it. Well, that's one of our missions at Tate and Zoey, is to support female entrepreneurs. And so it's just so exciting that you support us, we support you, and you support all the women who work for you. So it's just, it's a cool thing how everything kind of comes full circle. But I wanted to ask you too, so it's obvious that you love like bright, fun, preppy colors, but I also love the way that you kind of put a modern twist on traditional pieces. So where do you draw your inspiration?
This is a good question, because to be honest, I probably draw it from everywhere. I mean, like, I am a curious person and a person that looks at everything, and I'm very visually stimulated. So if I'm walking in my neighborhood and I see a very unusual, I always tell people there's this unusual birdhouse I never saw that I call it the bird condos. I'm always looking at things like that. I love looking at modern art. But probably what you're talking about is I kind of have always, gone with that thing of, you don't have to overdo something for it to be great. Like, usually if you have on 5 pieces of jewelry, you might want to take one off, or you might want to just have an arm stack on one hand, not on both, And I always say, like, I think with jewelry and with your whole body, and when you're dressed and styled and everything, if your eye doesn't know where to go, that's a good test of you've got too much going. And even with the piece of jewelry, if your eye doesn't go to one spot, if it's trying to go to a couple, that's too much, So usually I'll style something or do something to something, and then a lot of times I'll pare down or pull back on it, because I'll be like, oh, it's too much,
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things I love about the collection that you designed for Tate and Zoe's, because some of the pieces are definitely more statement pieces, but then
Yeah.
some of them are a little bit more subtle that you could wear with the statement pieces that wouldn't detract. So I love what you said about that. That's so cool.
Yeah, I love it too. And this is very exciting for me because this is the first line that I've created. I've done a piece like for Southern Living magazine one time. I did a special pearl necklace. They wanted me to do a modern twist on a pearl necklace where I put a little blue in there and things like that. But this is my first collection for another company. So I've had other people do it with me and for me, but this is my first time. So it's such an honor that y'all did this with me and chose me too.
Well, it's an honor for us, truthfully.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just opened your flagship store that is
Yeah.
in the same building as your studio there in Apex.
It's
You
2 doors down.
2 doors down. Okay, so same area. You wholesale your jewelry all across the country,
Mm-hmm.
and you're a dog mom.
Yeah.
How do you even juggle it all?
Well, to be honest, this is one of the silver linings of this very unusual and difficult time for everyone. I feel like I've been on roller skates for 10, 20 years of my life and hardly ever stop. But I think two things. I think so that this period has been really nice for me to reflect and to enjoy. And I told somebody I probably smelled the flowers and heard the birds for a first time in a long time. But also, I think I was talking to someone about how hard I go sometimes. And I think because my work is my love and I enjoy it so much that it's not like work. I never, with Moon and Lola, I have never counted the hours. I've never, I've had tasks I didn't want to do, or I was opening the store the next day and I wanted to go to bed so bad, but I had to continue to set it up or whatever. But I've never been like, I have spent 30 hours on this project, or I've been doing this for 3 solid hours. I've never counted the time. So I think I'm just one of the very blessed ones that found something that they loved and did it. And so if you're doing what you love, it doesn't, as they say, it doesn't feel like work. So it's easy to keep going.
Oh, that's good. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that's your attitude.
Yeah.
And you're so inspirational. We are just so honored to have you as one of our featured gifted artists. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what was the inspiration behind the line that you designed for Tate and Zoey?
Well, you and I talked, a lot about it in the beginning, and a lot of what we wanted to do is kind of be true to my brand, Moon and Lola, but bring it to Tate and Zoey, and maybe even bring it, y'all's price point is better than Moon and Lola's price point in many ways. And then also y'all were going to, be able to take it to more people, which also, as people don't know all the ins and outs of jewelry, but it helps, get the prices down too. So I think when we were doing it, we were trying to stay true to the aesthetic of Moon and Lola and my design taste. And a lot of that was surrounded by color and clean lines. So there was, we were trying to look at color, and every year and every season, I always try to look at the Pantones and what are coming. And who knows what happened to the Pantones this year with our new life. I think the Pantone is green and whatever the colors of your walls are in your house. Green outside.
Black.
Yeah. But it, I think that I always like happy colors, and I think all the colors we chose were happy colors, and they were kind of like classic and kind of staple colors. And then we were kind of trying to take, like, one of the things I mentioned on the video the other day was like, I have this best-selling hoop, and we, kind of did a new twist and a modernization to it. And another thing I've been known for is lightweight earrings, because I actually did have my ears sewn up. But for years, I was the girl, product of the 90s that wore the heavy earrings and made the holes, go down. And I never want to do that to anyone else. So I think we kind of stayed with like what was true to me and Moon and Lola, and that was kind of some of the inspiration. And I know we thought about stars and suns because y'all are all about that. And then we kind of, I think, did some crisp, fun colors that are summer, but also can take you into fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. I am actually wearing the navy Tropic Like This hot earrings from the collection. My new favorite earrings. I've literally worn them every single day this week.
I haven't got mine yet, or I would have them on. Okay.
But can you give us some ideas for styling some of the pieces?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, kind of the fun summer things. Like one I love, I don't know if that's a red dress or a red shirt, but that's what I love about an earring like that, or even like the one I have on. I love when you put on a simple sheath dress or something, and then your earrings just take it up a notch. And the earrings kind of make you look complete and have an outfit. So you got a cute pair of sandals, a great dress, and then just a pair of earrings. And I think that adds a lot to it. I love the anklets that we did because I think that's a little fun and will flair to everybody. And, I think we all need the fun right now, right? So I think that does a little bit. And what I love is I like how colors mix. And I think with all the colors we chose, they all mix well together. And we did that on purpose to kind of bring them all together. But I also love like the pieces that we have, like in the summer, I love a denim skirt. I was thinking about all of them would look great with a denim skirt or a denim jacket that you're throwing on at night with your sheath dress or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that they're all like where you could dress them up or dress them down, but they can take you from day to night. Like
absolutely.
If you are going into the office or you are meeting with somebody, they look great with face masks.
Yes.
We didn't know we were designing them to look great with face masks, but they
didn't know. Yeah.
The angle of those earrings go right with the
mask. Oh, yes. I should have had a mask to demonstrate.
Exactly.
Well, my next question was going to be, what are some of your summer fashion staples, and what trends are you loving this year for 2020? But you kind of just answered. It sounds like a denim skirt and denim jean jackets. Take it from day to night.
Yeah, I love both of those. And I actually, one of my friends, Wendy O'Connor, she painted a back of my jacket, did one of those little girl faces. So, I also see people, sewing a little patch on the back of their jacket or something like that too. So I love when you take that jacket and you make it your own in some way. So I love a little patch on the side or on the back, something like that. So I think those, and I love a throw-on dress, one and done,
Yeah.
So, and there's lots of those. This year we all are probably saying we don't need to buy any dresses because we're not going anywhere, but we are going. We're going to a few places. And a few things that I found I've been buying are those like just throw-on dress, like one and done, like just a bright color or a simple stripe or something like that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, as we wrap up, I was going to ask, do you have a favorite quote, and what is your favorite thing about being a female entrepreneur?
Okay. Well, I strategically sat here because I keep this quote. I'm putting the light down. I keep this quote on my wall. This is our this used to be my office, but we turned it into our conference room. And I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Let's see what I can do right there. Can you read it or not? Well, I'll tell you what it says.
Yeah.
It's by Maya Angelou, and it says, "People will forget what you said. They will forget what you did. but people will never forget how you made them feel. And that is kind of our theory with my company in general, Moon and Lola. Like when you do come into our store or you visit online, it's harder sometimes to do it online. That's why I love that y'all have real people out in the world meeting with people and making these relationships and things. But we always say you never know what somebody experienced that day. You never know if somebody was just mean to them or anything like that. And especially lately, I was telling someone, I can tell everyone's a little stressed out. So our goal is when you come into Moon and Lola, we want you to leave happier than you came in. So that's my bottom line. I always try to remember Maya Angelou's quote about how you make people feel. And, kindness is more important now than ever, and loving each other and being patient with each other and forgiving. So that's how, and I always say I like things, don't get me wrong, and I like what money buys, but I did this out of a passion on a thing where, to be honest, I was just playing with jewelry, and it was how people reacted to it that made me have to do it. So I was like, it's just very simple. I'm like, it's not saving any lives, but if it makes them that happy, Lord, let me just do it. And I tell people all the time, I decided a long time ago, all the other pharmacists can keep them alive, and I'll just make them happy while they are alive.
Awesome. And I mean, how awesome would a Moon and Lola statement earring look with a pharmacy outfit, right?
Exactly. I wore plenty of them. But as far as, and you said, how do I feel about being a female entrepreneur? Is that what you said?
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about being a female entrepreneur?
Really trying to help others and inspire others and kind of give a path to others that are going along the way. Like I always say, if I could prevent anyone from stepping in a hole I stepped in along the way, or doing the right thing, the smarter thing sooner, something like that. I'm an Enneagram 2, which is a helper. So I love helping people. So, like I told you, I have a teen board with Apex Friendship High School, and that is really to just teach young girls how to feel comfortable around this board table, how to have a voice, how to feel strong and independent and want to do fulfill their dreams in their life. And so getting to do what I love every day and turning something that really, nobody needs any of these things, but if you have them, you can turn that little thing. Like we have one lady who always loved these mint acrylic earrings we made. And what she started, every time somebody complimented her on them, she kept a pair in her purse to give. And I'll tell you, that woman probably has bought 30 to 50 pairs of that one acrylic mint earring from us. But she turned it into like a mission or a way to make people happy. And so I think that seeing people take something you did and then even make it better, or seeing like Moon and Lola now partner with Tate Zoey, which is giving women jobs in the home and is helping during a time where people need to feel connected and need a job and all of that. Like y'all are upping my ante. Y'all are upping the steps. So that's what I love about it.
I love it. So cool. Well, like I said earlier, you are just such an inspiring girl boss. And we're so fortunate to have you as one of our gifted artists. And for everybody watching, if you want to know where you can find Kelly's pieces that are exclusive to Tate Zoey, just check out tateandzoey.com. And Kelly, can you tell everyone where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow us at Moon and Lola on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all that. And then if you want to follow me individually, I'm Kelly Shatat, Sheppard, and then Shatat, Shatat. And I love it. I love connecting with all of you. So reach out, and I'd be glad to have a contact.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Woman Crush Wednesday interview. And I hope you guys all love Kelly's collection just as much as we do. And Kelly, thanks for doing this.
Thank you. I love it. I'm excited. Can't wait to see it. Go tell the world and y'all buy it all. I want to sell it out faster than everybody else. Competitive. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.